Hi, my name is Isabel Coetzee. Many of the childhood cancers are being misdiagnosed. When your child complains that he's forever tired and he vomits at night or during the night or in the mornings, it's not right. So if he also complains that his joints is aching, it's not always just a sign of growing pains. It can be something much greater. But also if you in fact look into a child's eye and you have like a white pearly spot in the eye, then you must know it's normally cancer. The most common cancers in children, leukemia, lymphoma, and then also in the eye. Well, when they're diagnosed with cancer, it's a shock for the whole family, because cancer doesn't only affect the patient, it also affects the whole family. So at first it's a whole shock. Everybody's devastated, as if the end of the world has come for the whole family. But once you sort of come to terms with it, the only thing is to work through it. The good about cancer is that it does give you time. It gives you time to see that all your things are in place and in order, to fix whatever mistakes you made in the past. Once there is a family member with cancer, stress is a big petrol factor for cancer, of course. Help the cancer patient be as comfortable and stress-free as possible, but also to remember you don't know whether you have a next day. So, if there's other people having cancer or anything like that, is to sort of assist them, because they don't always have time to do everything. While they're busy with treatments and stuff like that, they don't always have time to clean homes and cook dinners. So if you can take some of those chores away from those people, it always helps. For many years, cancer has been a threat, and of course everybody thinks, well, once you've been diagnosed with cancer, this is now the end, that you're going to die tomorrow. We do have different cancers, and some of the cancers nowadays are being curable. Early detection of cancer is always very good. You always go into remission. Once you've been diagnosed, you'll always have cancer. Remission period can start earlier and last longer. The moment a cancer patient is being diagnosed with cancer, it's as if his whole world has come to an end. Being diagnosed with cancer is the most devastating news a person can receive, not only for the patient, but also for the family. I always tell my patients that they are in fact being the favorites of heaven, because God is giving them a chance to correct whatever mistakes they made, and to make sure that every night when they go to bed, that everything is been done. What is cancer? Every cell has got his own DNA. The virus infiltrates the cell, and then the cell has got three functions to do. Stay in your place, do your work, and only multiply when you're supposed to. When the cell gets pushed out, the virus has infiltrated the cell, and then it doesn't want to die. Then it becomes a free agent in your bloodstream, because the virus is being transported in your blood. Where it gets a place to hook, it will start growing there. And then it will then see, well, now I'm the only one. It will start multiplying. So no time, because he's by himself, he's now multiplying at extraordinary speed. Before you feel ill, it's like over 60,000 cells already in that one place. This is when you start feeling ill. But this is also when they can discover where the primary cancer started, because every cell in every part of your body looks different. Financial support to a cancer patient means a lot. Cancer is an illness that makes you bankrupt before it kills you. Now, there is many institutions that will give you support in many ways, but it does not support you in the line of food, electricity, bills, and stuff like that. So this mainly is where patients need financial support, not only for the patient but also for the family, because it drains the finances of the whole family, not just the patient. There's always support needed in all walks of life, and I would in fact like to urge people to volunteer, to assist. You might not always have the time to sit with a patient, but you can do all sorts. There's many things that you can do. Just a SMS or a telephone call, or how are you today? You don't always need to say a big speech, because sometimes a patient doesn't even take in that big speech that you are going to give, because you cannot say to him, I know how you feel, because you don't. You're not in his body. He knows how he feels. You don't. So you can ask him, how are you? But leave it at that. And sometimes when they feel down, it's not necessary for you to talk and talk and talk, because that also makes them tired. But by just touching them, I'm not alone. We always light a candle to have a light for the soul to heaven. 14 years. I started just after my mother died. She was diagnosed with cancer. Before that, I never knew anything about cancer. It was just an illness which was terrible, and nobody wanted to talk or hear about it. I could remember how we felt. I was the first one to call and say, look, I'm volunteering to help. It was not nice for me. I knew that I could make a difference.
If I died, would you cry? If life had to take me far away, would you be sad if you never, ever stayed?
If I was gone, could you carry on? Would you pretend you're strong? Would you think of me at all? Sometimes, yeah, yeah.
If I died, would you cry?
Would you miss me if I said goodbye?
I've breathed your air in my lungs. I've watched you walk 1,000 miles. I've held you close in my arms. I've touched your face and made you smile.
I've loved you more with every day. I've held your hand in every way. I've dreamt in your eyes and seen the sky. Took you away to a brighter day.
If I died, would you cry? Would you miss me if I had to say goodbye?
If I was gone, could you carry on? I'll dream of you for another day. I'll wait for you in the pouring rain. If I died, would you cry? Would you long for me? If I should go, would you know that I've always loved you so? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you really miss me if I said goodbye?
Yeah, yeah.